I'm going to show you the different levels of users in RedHub and how they would apply to the different members in the project. They're all listed down in this column here. It just tells you where they're sitting at. And you can change quite easily their level of use. But if I can start off with this legend down here, which describes how we might assign a particular user to the project. If we start with a tender user, really a tender user is only invited to the system through the tenders module. In other words, when you invite that person to a tender that you're creating in that area, they will automatically become a tender user under this members list in the system. At a later date, if one of these tenderers has won the project and the builder would like, or the company would like them to go on and do further work, become contracted to the project, then you can go in and you could change them from a tender user to a guest or a user on the project. So while they're a tender user, all they will ever get access is to the tender that they have been allocated, any addendums and anything associated with that particular tender. Now if I go on to the guest user, which we have sort of in brackets here, our suggestion would be that these members would be general subcontractors and suppliers and maybe your site foreman. And so they get access to all the things that they need to be doing. They need to download documents, they get access to defects and mail, and to print documents, etc., but they can't make changes to the documents that are within the project. They'll also have access to mail and printing. They can send print requests to their favourite printer, but they will not have settings and they will not have access to the members' list of information. And they'll only see defects that or tenders that they have been invited to or in some way a part of. So that's what we would sort of view a guest as on RedHub. If we go over to user's really the same level of access, except that this particular level you can upload drawings and you can supersede your own company documents as well. So that's the difference, and we would put consultants, major subcontractors, maybe your architect in that particular user group there. Then we go to admins. Well, the admins will be your administrators on the project, perhaps your project manager, and anyone who really needs to see the settings of the project, the settings in defect, and who we invite to defects, and tenders, etc. And so those guys would generally be the company key people. So that's how we look after all the user levels within RedHub and who would be applicable to which levels of user in RedHub.